Hey guys, welcome back. Let's take a little sneaky peeky into Worlds 2025 and the pop-up Pokemon Center. As you can probably tell from the image here, it's kind of a disaster. We got a little bit of a disaster going on. Now we're going to take a look at that. We're going to take a look at the free access peeps who seem to be pretending nothing is wrong, though their experience is probably much different from that of the general admission public. And then we're going to take a look at those, just little bonus episode, little bonus content. We're going to take a look at those 2 leaks that popped up recently. Are they real? Are they not real? Find out in this video. All right, it is Black Friday all over again. I do not know. I have no idea how they cannot figure this out, how they cannot run this smoothly. They have a system in place. The system is clearly flawed from the footage we're about to watch. So, like, why are there that many people in there at the same time? Like, what purpose does that serve? Like, it's not helping anyone. You gotta have limits. You gotta have a limited amount of people in there at a time. You can't even walk around. It's just absolute chaos. This is Van Gogh Pikachu all over again. Please figure it out, Pokemon. There's gonna be periods where Pokemon is more or less popular, and you need to adjust accordingly. Letting more people in at the same time is not the answer. It needs to be sort of a single file line, even if you have to have a little maze. You've made the games. Make it like a gym in the games where you got to go through a certain path. Limit the amount of items that you can purchase. Limit the amount of people that are going through at once. There you go. So I've seen many clips of, like, outside the Pokemon Center. So there's no actual line. There's no... So they have the staff are just kind of yelling out and telling people who the next person is. Why is this not just a notification on an app? Instead of the, maybe instead of the mobile games, the gacha games that you've been partnering up with. Partnering on, maybe create an app so that people can go in. They know, hey, it's my turn. Restaurants have been doing it for years. Surely you can figure that out. And also, I don't know where the clip went. I was going to include it in this. If anyone knows where it is, let me know down below in the comments section. But they were telling people to get off the road because there's cars that have to pass through there. So what is the setup? Like, if you want to have it so that people can do something else, instead of just all standing outside, jumbled around, in the road, in the way of the cars that are trying to pass, just sort it out. You know where it's going to be. You can map it all out beforehand, and then you don't have a Pokemon Center that looks like this. Like, that is not a good experience. It's cool to go to the Pokemon Center, pop-up Pokemon Center. It always has been. But, like, who wants to be in here when there's... This is worse than the most packed of conventions. You can't even see anything because there's just bodies everywhere. It's insane. We got Pokeduel saying, if you're trying to get the Arcanine merch from Pokemon Center, good luck. So that's the thing too. There's this whole situation with Pokemon and their, I guess, the way that they compensate players, the way they compensate staff and everything of the sort. It on its own, and you won't hear this from anyone that wants to get, you know, the old sucky ducky from Pokemon, the Pokemon company. The way they pay stuff, the way they pay players with prizes, with packs, and all of that sort of thing, largely encourages from the gate. It encourages them to sell off that stuff in order to pay for their travel, in order to pay to go to all the tournaments throughout the entire year, in order to qualify. It's expensive, especially the last one in Hawaii. This one should be a little bit more cost effective for anyone that's looking to attend. But if you're spending all day, every day playing Pokemon cards, it's also tough to make a living or to make enough money that that you can justify all that travel, all that time, and many of which are not even content creators to kind of at least be doing that along the way. So here we have Poke Beach with this. They got the full catalog. It is currently broken at the moment, but give you guys a little sneaky peeky about what we're looking at. We got the jackets. We got the duffel bags. And a lot of this stuff is going to be purchased. We saw before. We saw with Hawaii where people had it spread out on the street. I haven't seen any images like that, but it wouldn't surprise me. I'm sure this stuff is flooded all over eBay at the moment. For even because there was a lottery for these items, you can almost guarantee that there's stuff on there. If you go do a search right now, there's going to be stuff on there that's like pre-order, reserve now, whatever, that kind of thing, where people didn't even purchase it yet, but they're going to stick it on there for an absurd price. All right, so as you can tell, the general consensus, the general experience of people going in there, going on there, not great. Wasn't organized. Well, I think that's pretty safe to say. Now we got Posh, soon, Anaheim. It says the lottery items for the Pokemon Center at Pokemon Worlds 2025. So we got a better look at some of the items here. Oh, we got the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. You got to get those. You can pick those up from home. It's not really a travel to Worlds in order to get them or not. Join the Discord. Free notifications when that stuff goes live. If you follow the steps in my tutorial video, you're going to get it. The big restocks every time, all the time. All right, we got a boogie board. We got a skateboard. We got a jukebox. More on the jukebox here in a second. It's an interesting little thing. That's crazy. They made a jukebox from scratch just for the Pokemon Worlds. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. All right, crazy crowds here in line for Pokemon Center. You better bring something in terms of entertainment. You can play some Pokemon while you're waiting. So, like, in line, there's no line. It's just people all over the place. But there is reservations. There is certain times that you're supposed to be going there. But yeah, just crazy to me. If you had the Pokemon Center, like the pop-up Pokemon Center next to at least like a convention hall or somewhere where people can be like inside and hanging out, especially if it's somewhere warmer, people are out there getting heat stroke. Have it somewhere indoors. People can gather. They can hang out. They can play the video games together. They can play some card games. Set up some tables. If they want to play, they can play. If they want to trade, they can trade. Make it like a trade night. And you're waiting for the Pokemon Center. Your number gets called. Then you don't have to weave through 400,000 people to get in there when it's your turn. And things will just run smoothly. Just have it so that there's no waiting in around the Pokemon Center. When your number's called, get on over here. Go through. Make it less people. Even if you had to make it like a 24-hour thing. If you have that many people that want in, if you have that much stuff available, extend the hours. Maybe not 24 hours, might be a little bit ridiculous. Have somebody on the night shift. Pay them in promos. What is this, man? I'm not even waiting in a line. I'm just herded off like an animal in blocks. It's actually so insane how poorly organized this line is for Pokemon Center. Yeah, I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense. After the Great Pokemon Center War of 2025, you can see people just buy as much as they can, especially in this day and age where stuff is. And it's, if you want to buy a bunch of stuff, that's fair. Like, you're going there, you probably saved up money so that you can buy a bunch of stuff, a bunch of merch. People are going to, the players are going to, the staff are going to, the regular people that are just traveling there are going to resell this stuff in order to justify their trip. It's always been that way. It always will be that way. There's no way around it. All right, we got the Wasi here. Yes, the same Wasi who was pumping stolen and backdoored Pokemon cards. And also on his official Pokemon Twitter posting about the age of consent of his students as a teacher. Those are deleted now. I wonder why. I know people have been wondering, so here's the size. So he's talking about the jukebox. Of course, you got to pump the jukebox. And this is going to get into what we're talking about later in the video. Look at that jukebox. Oh my goodness, it's fantastic. They made it from scratch. Surely it isn't just some cheap piece of garbage that they put some Pokemon stuff onto. I don't know what they're charging for this, but it sounds like you can buy these for $100 without the Pokemon branding stuck onto it. So I can only imagine how much they actually paid for it. Now, I'm not saying every product they ever make has got to be from scratch. But it's, I don't, it just feels weird. It feels like like they went on to like an Alibaba. They just went, hey, we need 1,000 of these little jukeboxes. We'll put some Pokemon stickers on it and charge people for it. I think these were like $2,000 on eBay before anyone even had their hands on them. I don't know what they're at now. Let me know down below. How ridiculous is that? Before we get into the very neutered comments of the people that were sponsored creators, aka they just got a free pass. You still got to pay your travel. You got to pay your hotel. So it's not that great. It's not that great, other than the fact that you get in early and you get to absolutely stroke the Pokemon Company while you're making your content. All right, here we go. We got the link tree. Thank you for using the link tree. If you want to support the channel, the free ways to support the channel are the best ways. I'm not going to ask you to do anything. I'm not going to tell you to do anything. But if you can, it's appreciated. Shopping with PSA Pikachu, Secura's Card Shop, Card Market, Buyee. Catch 'em all collectibles. Little coupon action there. Spend 25, get a free 25. We got collector app for tracking your collection. A bunch of discount codes for the things that I use and recommend. And then a bunch of just click it before you shop for whatever you're buying anyway. Don't care what it is. Toilet paper. You buy them toilet paper. That's the only thing that doesn't resemble the pandemic in this age of Pokemon. All right, here we go. Card Market. Thank you to Card Market for sponsoring. Buy singles. Do not buy the singles that just absolutely skyrocketed in price. Thank me later when they retrace and you don't get burned on them. All right, the neutered takes. And this is not against anyone here. It's kind of a thing. Their experience is going to greatly differ from that of the people that had to wait in the horde line. If they got in beforehand, that's the thing. So you'll notice the hashtag free access on all of these posts. We got Roger here saying, here's a sneak peek of what to expect. Let's see.
For an exclusive early look at the Pokemon Center
Look how,
this year's Pokemon
look how cool it is when there isn't 5,000 people in there.
The store is absolutely massive this year, and the theming is off the charts. There's a diner with Pokemon milkshake glasses, water bottles, and ketchup-stained Pikachus, a Jigglypuff record store complete with Pokemon parody albums, exclusive plushies like this awesome varsity jacket Machamp, a Toad School-themed skate park complete with skater
Kinda
apparel,
quiet here.
and they've even got a lifeguard station signed by Masuda-san decked out with Piplup pool floats. They had Pokemon-themed duffel bags, beach towels, deck boxes, and more shirts than you could count, but my favorite merch this year had to be these adorable Pokemon puppets. Let me know your favorite piece of merch in the comments and whether or not Bulbasaur should end up coming home with us. Thanks again to Pokemon for the early access, and happy Pokemon Worlds! Come with me for
And there's nothing wrong with being positive or excited. Like, anyone that's going here is going to have a blast. If you have friends that you're even meeting up with, even if it doesn't matter what the convention is. I was in Charlotte last weekend. Awesome time because I was there to hang out with friends. The rest of the event itself could suck mean donkey balls, and it doesn't matter because you're there hanging out with friends. You're there hanging out with people that want to talk Pokemon in real life. Maybe you made a bunch of friends online. You get to hang out with them. Pretty cool. So this is not me saying that, like, oh, world is dead, it sucks, or whatever. It's just showing, like, just organize this shit. Pokemon, please. What are you doing? All right, Alcreamy here with the, these are truly incredible. So it's, again, it's all going to be positivity, like false positivity. But also, again, at the same time, if they weren't in line, if they already went through, do they feel like if I don't hashtag free access suck up to Pokemon, am I going to get to go? Am I going to get free access next year? So it's a large, it has a lot to do with that. You see it with many of the content creators turned Pokemon side dudes, side gals, where again they just they want to be brand friendly, right? Do we need a Frosted Caribou video? Let me know down below. She's back. She's complaining about the Poketubers pumping the market. They're not pure collectors. Meanwhile, back when she made the other video, she couldn't name the Tapu Koko on the Elite Trainer box that she was opening. Again, hopefully she's learned some stuff about Pokemon, but it seems like she's on repeat. She's back to make the same video again. She doesn't blame, you can't blame the Poketubers for the prices, for the openings, for that stuff. When it's a dead market, most of them, many of them are, that were shown, they were around for the dead market. They were around before you were around. So, I don't know, to come in and complain about shit. Pretty dumb and or not genuine. All right, we got Sunny. obligatory merch on the bed. So you get in, you get your merch. Surprisingly, we no Pokemon card items. We got some, looks like play mats, we got sleeves, we got pins. All of it very cool. Putting together a team. Again, it's always like, thanks for the free access. And again, this looks like a good experience. Like, okay, maybe this is a little empty. Maybe this is more empty than it should be, because it's probably just like the content creator types that are there, the invited content creator types. But it's a theme. It's all positive. It's all like, oh, look how fun it is in the Pokemon Center. And then you go look at anyone else's videos that doesn't have hashtag free access in their post, and it's a nightmare. It's a shit show. I'm sure like the rest of the event is probably fine, where people are looking to get in here, and if they got too many people in, it's just going to be people trampling each other. But just organize it. Just organize it. Again, no shade to any of the people that got the freebie, got the free access, the free, like, what are the tickets, like $45 or something? All right. I mean, the early access would be more of a draw than the actual. Right, we got more merch hauls. We got more. Look at how empty the pictures are. All right, we're getting into the fake carts. The fake. Here, we gotta bring this over. We got Mert with a couple posts here. We had someone in the Discord who mentioned that these were floating around. These images, these very blurry images of the guidebook. We had a whole Reddit thread where somebody was pretending that they worked at the Pokemon Company, and they got fired, so they were pissed off, so they were gonna show off the Charizard. And the thing was blurry from the box. It looked intentionally blurry. Like, usually we have a lot of cases where things are very, very shoddy, very, very blurry, because it's somebody at work taking pictures of something that they shouldn't. Now, would somebody be dumb enough to get fired from the Pokemon Company, post publicly on the internet a leak, and mention that they just got fired? I want to say that they wouldn't, but I don't know. We've seen some really dumb stuff. If you're dumb enough to steal from work or post pictures of this stuff, not a good look. You're probably not doing good. All right, so purposely blurry. It kind of, I mean, they're trying to sell it. It looks like artificial blur there. Also, at the same time, if they were taking a picture of this, like, why would they take a picture of just the one card from the ETB? Like, they cropped it. They took the time to crop it out perfectly, but they couldn't take the time to like take a good photo of it. So that was kind of the giveaway for me. We have official artwork here, and yes, I know what you're saying. What about the Gengar, Rattle? Yeah, the Gengar's fake too. We got the fake Gengar here. Mert again managed to track down the original of the Mega Gengar. Another piece of fan art on Pinterest. Both fake confirmed. So I don't know if he did a little searcherino, but it seems like both of these are fake leaks. Oh, well, the Gengar is a little bit different. You can see like the eyeball and stuff like that. But again, if they were putting it onto a piece of artwork, you never know. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Be careful. Some of the leaks are real. Some of the leaks are fake. Do not be involved with buying a stolen product. Do not be involved if you work there. If you have access to it, do not take pictures. Reminder that the individuals who took pictures of the Sword and Shield guidebooks and leaked those out onto the internet, they got into some serious legal trouble with the Pokemon Company. So you don't want to be working there signing non-disclosure agreements, breaking those, because they will trample you, just like the people in the Pokemon Center pop-up. Thanks for tuning in. You guys have a good one. See you next time. Bye.